Welcome back to Anything You Want, the digital archive of human emotion where we refuse to let the truth disappear just because a delete button was pressed. Here, we track the ghosts of the internet, the whispers in the VIP lounges, and the silence that screams louder than any headline. Before we descend into tonight's labyrinth of jealousy and shattered pride, I invite you to anchor yourself in our community. Subscribe to the channel to never miss a revelation. Press the like button to signal you are watching, and for those who wish to support our deep dive investigations, I urge you to click the join button. Your membership is the fuel that keeps our lights burning. Today, we are dissecting a moment that lasted only minutes on social media but will echo for years in the tabloids. A single sentence, written in anger and erased in panic, has exposed a love triangle that is as toxic as it is glamorous. Sara Bluma, the queen of the runway, Stefan Papa, the king of the boardroom, and Can, the screen idol caught in the crossfire. "You finally did it," she wrote. But what, exactly, did he do? And why is one man's silence more terrifying than 1,000 accusations? Stay with us, here on Anything You Want, as we read between the lines of a deleted post. To understand the explosion, we must first look at the spark. For months, the tension between international model and influencer Sara Bluma and her ex-husband, the powerful producer Stefan Papa, has been a low-frequency hum, a noise everyone heard but no one acknowledged. They were the golden exes, the ones who promised a respectful, amicable divorce. But last night, the facade didn't just crack, it shattered. For a fleeting window of time, perhaps no more than 3 minutes. A message appeared on Sara's official account that froze the scrolling thumbs of millions. It was raw, unpolished, and dripping with the kind of pain that PR teams usually pay thousands of dollars to hide. "You finally did it, Stefan. You separated my lover Can and me. Are you happy now?" The post was deleted almost instantly, likely scrubbed by a panicked manager or a sudden realization of consequences. But on the internet, nothing truly dies. Screenshots were captured, shared in group chats, and plastered across forums before the pixel had even faded. This was not a vague quote about karma, this was a direct accusation. It was a finger pointed squarely at the chest of a powerful man, accusing him of orchestrating the destruction of her new happiness. I pause here to ask you, the detectives of Anything You Want, do you believe a deleted post is a mistake? Or is it the only moment of honesty a celebrity is allowed? Have you ever posted something in anger only to regret it seconds later? Tell us in the comments below. To understand why this accusation carries such weight, we must rewind the tape. Sara Bluma and Stefan Papa were once the architecture of a modern power couple. They were seen holding hands at lavish galas, standing shoulder to shoulder on red carpets from Milan to Istanbul. They sold the world a story of perfect synergy, the beauty in the brain, the muse and the maker. But behind the velvet ropes, the foundation was rotting. Sources close to the pair now whisper of a marriage that had become a prison long before the papers were signed. They speak of Stefan's controlling behavior, of jealous outbursts disguised as protective concern. The divorce, when it came, was packaged as a mutual decision, a conscious uncoupling. But Sara's latest outburst peels back that sticker to reveal the jagged edges underneath. It suggests that Stefan did not let go. It implies that for some men, possession does not end with a signature on a divorce decree. Enter Can. After a period of silence following her divorce, Sara Bluma re-emerged into the spotlight, but she was not alone. She was seen in the orbit of Can, a famous actor and model whose charisma can fill a stadium. Their debut was subtle, a fashion brand launch, a few stolen glances, a chemistry that hummed in the background of the event. Backstage, the whispers began immediately. Are they together? For the first time in years, Sara looked not just beautiful, but free. Her social media, usually a curated gallery of professional shots, began to show cracks of genuine joy. But just as the sun began to rise on this new chapter, a long shadow stretched across it. Stefan Papa was watching. Rumors began to circulate in the industry's dark corridors. It was alleged that Stefan viewed Sara's happiness not as a relief, but as a threat to his image. How could she move on so quickly? And with him? The narrative of the grieving ex-wife didn't fit, and Stefan, a man used to controlling narratives, allegedly decided to rewrite the script. The accusations emerging from Sara's inner circle are chilling. They describe a campaign of sabotage conducted not with shouting matches, but with whispers in boardrooms. It is alleged that Stefan began to weaponize his influence. Sources claim he contacted Can's representatives, the gatekeepers of the actor's career, with a poisoned warning. This relationship could damage his trajectory. It is said he met with producers, the men who hold the purse strings, and hinted, Can's focus is drifting, this drama could cause problems on set. Even darker are the rumors that he quietly tried to sabotage Sara's own collaborations, sending messages to brands suggesting that her image had become ambiguous or risky. This is the silent storm Sara alluded to. It wasn't a confrontation, it was a siege. Stefan allegedly didn't attack them directly, he attacked the air they breathed, poisoning the ecosystem of their careers until the pressure became unbearable. Following Sara's explosive post, the lens of the paparazzi swung violently toward Can. Where is he? The couple has not been seen together in weeks. The digital breadcrumbs, likes, comments, shared photos have stopped. But they haven't deleted the old photos. This limbo has birthed a frantic question. Have Can and Sara really broken up, or are they just bleeding out? Insiders report that the tension has been building for months. Can, a man dedicated to his craft and facing a grueling schedule of new projects, is rumored to have withdrawn. Is it because he fell out of love? Or is it because the advice from the industry, the advice allegedly planted by Stefan, finally took root? Is he protecting his career at the cost of his heart? And Sara? She is described as emotionally drained. Battling a powerful ex-husband while trying to nurture a new love is a war on two fronts, and she appears to be running out of ammunition. This story is a masterclass in manipulation and the price of public love. If you appreciate the way we connect these dots here on Anything You Want, please take a moment to like this video. It helps us fight the algorithm just like Sara is fighting for her truth. And if you want to support our writers, hit that join button today. While Sara screams into the digital void, Stefan Papa does something far more unnerving, nothing. Since the post went viral, questions have flooded his team, his representatives, and his personal phone. But the response is a monolithic silence. Sources close to the businessman say he is disturbed by the outburst but determined not to engage. If I speak, things will get out of control, he reportedly told a confidant. This silence has divided the public into two camps. Camp 1 sees a guilty man hiding behind his lawyers, afraid that if he opens his mouth, the truth of his sabotage will spill out. Camp 2 sees a dignified professional refusing to roll in the mud, a man maintaining his reputation above the chaos of an emotional ex-wife. Which is it? Is silence a shield, or is it a weapon? The tragedy of this high society drama is that they cannot simply disappear from each other's lives. The world is small at the top. Rumors are already swirling that Sara, Can, and Stefan are all on the guest list for a major awards ceremony in the coming weeks. The red carpet, usually a place of celebration, threatens to become a gladiator arena. Will they cross paths? Will Can stand by Sara, or will he walk alone, confirming the split? Will Stefan smile for the cameras, pretending the accusation was never made? Sara's deleted sentence, "You finally did it," echoes like a ghost. It speaks of an unfinished reckoning. It is not just about a breakup, it is about a woman realizing that her past is holding her future hostage. We are left with a tableau of three figures standing in the rain. Sara Bluma, the wounded lover, trying to repair what has been broken. Can, the silent star, caught between his heart and his fame. And Stefan Papa, the architect of the storm, watching from the dry safety of his tower. The score between these three is far from settled. In fact, We suspect the game has only just entered overtime. Thank you for unraveling this mystery with us on Anything You Want. If this story of power, jealousy, and silence moved you, please share it. We want to know your verdict. Do you think a third person has the power to destroy a true love, or was the relationship already fragile? Tell us in the comments below. We read every theory. And finally, a reminder to click that join button to support independent, deep dive storytelling. Until the next secret is leaked, remember, the internet may delete, but anything you want remembers.